John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 28th of November. Right, we're in a bit of a pullback, not particularly surprising given the wave count. We saw a 9,000 point rally approximately from 3.8 up to around 13. Actually almost 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we discussed that. A very mediocre correction, we discussed that. We then saw support at 10,000 hold, and we saw a peak around 19.5. So we've seen another 9,000 plus. So it's possible this is a 1, a 2, as I've labelled it, and a 3. Now the 3 is pending, as it were, because there are alternative counts here. Let me just expand this chart. So for example, it may be that this is actually just one of 3. So we've got pretty clear 1, 2, 3, triangular 4, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up to there, and then it fell back about 3,000 points in a couple of days. This is a daily chart, by the way. Of course, we're also testing the all-time highs up here, so it's not particularly surprising we've seen this move. So as I say, it could be a fourth wave, so wave 4, the whole move up from the virus low back in March, or it could just be 2. This could be a 1 of 3. This could be a 2 of 3. Whichever it's going to be, I think we're likely to see a ABC form develop. So we've seen 5 waves down. I don't think this is an impulsive. I mean, it could be we've seen an ABC, I suppose, and now we're going to see another huge collapse. I think that's extremely unlikely, and I'm going to discount that for the time being. But having seen 5 waves down, it's not impossible. I think this is an A wave. I think we've now got a B wave forming. So we've got A, B, C, B, and now a C. So I expect a rally up to around 17 a bit, perhaps. And then maybe another 3,000 points down. It may not take that form. It could be a triangle. I mean, it's a fourth wave, perhaps, so it could become a triangle. But right now, we haven't got enough form to actually see what it could be. And expand it slightly, and I'll put in the ABC on here just to. As I say, right now we haven't really got enough form. I think we're liable to see an ABC here, ABC. So I think we're going to go. I'm not saying going to 18,000. It may not go that high. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably about the right kind of level. This is 1,000, 1,200 points. So 1,200 points out of there would be 17.6. So maybe it's going to go to around this level. It's sort of fairly weak ABC. That's also not guaranteed. But another leg down would seem likely. This isn't looking very impulsive. Doesn't suggest we're seeing an important low at this point. So I think we've got more to come. We are, of course, in December in a couple of days, and then the new year is a month away. When I think we're going to see a fantastic move. And it's all been pretty quick. This, I mean, one thing you can say, it's only been going on for three days. I mean, yes, it started on the 25th. So it's now the 28th, just 3 or 4 days. So it could be over this time next week if it continues to be this rapid. But in terms of time, it could do with a bit more than that, really. Anyway, I remain very positive. I think this is a correction, as I've been saying. A couple of main wave counts here. We should know a bit more as this thing progresses. Ethereum has a very different count. Virus lows down at around 90, 87 thereabouts. 5 waves up, pretty clear, up to 488, so very potent rally. Flat ABC down to here as wave 2. I've only seen a 1, 2, 3 so far with Ethereum, which suggests it's a fourth wave. That doesn't really time with Bitcoin very well, nor does it really time with the rapidity of the move. So I think we're going to need to see more there before we can actually make a firm conclusion of what's going on here. I thought it's possible this is a 1, 2, maybe a 3, 4 and 5. It's a very messy count. I'd rather just see this develop a bit further before. But basically, I think Bitcoin is probably is giving us a much clearer picture, and I suspect that Ethereum will sort of tag along with what Bitcoin does. So as long as it stays within the parameters I've just been discussing, then we should have a sort of angle on Ethereum as well. Well, gold continues to dance to my tune, as it were. We've got the A and the B, and we've got trundling down towards the target at 1740. The fact it's trundling towards the target at 1740, it doesn't mean it's going to bounce there, of course. But we also have a 5-wave form, 1, 2, possibly 3. Let me just expand this chart so we get a clearer look at the form of what we're seeing. So we've got the 1, the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've already got 5 waves down here. So it looks like we've got one more leg down to go. Let me just pause this. Right, so this is the end of the B wave. So I think that's a 1, obviously. ABC 2. Then we've got this 5 part 3. So I would look for another rally, then one more sell-off, take us down to our target. So that's looking pretty clear at the moment. Maybe it's an ABC. We could see a bigger rally here than I'm expecting. But I think probably that this will linger on into December, and things will start to change around the new year, and that's what this chart is suggesting. Having said that, it's all quite short term. So this started on the 9th of November. So yeah, it could easily take another week or two. So we've already had where are we? Yeah, I've already had 18 days for the 1, the 2. So the 3 is still in progress. So the 3 is perhaps over. We need the 4 and the 5 to match the 1 and the 2. Yeah, so it could take a week or two. So yeah, maybe mid-December we're going to see a key low on gold. That would fit in with the pattern very well. All right, same goes for silver. We've got the A, the B, and the C. Again, the target's around 1770, but we're not really seeing the same kind of fall we're seeing on gold. So that maybe silver's a bit strong at the moment. But still, we've got the 1, the 2. Looks like a 3 is complete, so we've got a 4 and a 5 still to come. So in terms of time, I think gold and silver are coordinating, doing a duet if you like. But it looks like the lower prices the target may well be seen on gold, but it looks like silver's planning to maybe just see a flat correction, perhaps even down at 2160. That would fit in fairly well with what we're seeing here, or maybe $20. But currently looks unlikely to get this low, but I think things of course can change. But anyway, in terms of time, we're looking at the same kind of time frame as in gold, which should be useful, I hope. On to the equities. The DAX has seen the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now making new highs. It doesn't look terribly impulsive. Let's go down to a 5-minute chart just to look at a bit more detail. It still doesn't look very impulsive. Where are we? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose it could just about be a very messy 5. This makes new highs, hasn't done so yet. But it looks like we might see some kind of correction. Now, of course, we've got quite a lot to correct here. We were peaking around here at the end of November. And of course, this has been starting from November. Then we may well see a pullback into the middle of December, perhaps. And then see the Xmas rally in the last bit of December. But certainly this is impulsive. If it makes its new highs, well, I think the all-time high is a bit higher than that. Let me just. Yes, the previous high was around here, 13,797. So we're a fair way from that. Not a huge amount away from that. Interesting pattern. We've got this big rally, 5 waves, and we've got an irregular ABC, A. It could be actually an irregular. It's a bit of a mess, this pattern, to be honest. But we have got 5 waves up here. Now, 5 waves, of course, can be the end of the matter. It may not be the beginning. It may not be the start of a new wave up. It could be the end of the previous move. With perhaps a very complicated 4, A, B, C, regular 4 perhaps. But I think we're going to go a little bit higher. And having seen the 5th wave peak, whenever that comes in, probably quite soon, I would look for an ABC. But if we see an impulsive move, that would be a very different kettle of fish. So a bit of upside, some downside, and that could be important. But again, given Christmas, I think probably we'll stagger on to the new year before anything too dramatic happens. First, you're still seeing is ABC, A, B, C, with the fib up at 6617. Yeah, I think it's going to probably hit the fib, probably, but I think that might be the end of it, and it might start to come down at that point. So again, I think we're going up at the moment, but I think we'll be going down in the new year. The chart pattern, I've got 5 O's up here. This looks like an A, B, C perhaps. So again, we have got a slight dichotomy there with a corrective sell-off, and maybe one more leg up. I mean, maybe I've miscounted this. It may be that the 4 actually is here, and this is actually a 5 coming in, and the what I've labelled as 5 is actually 3. So I was making a bit of a mess. I've got the wrong 5, I think. Right. Anyway, you get the idea. I think this could be a 1, 2, then a 3 to there, a 4 to here, and now we're going to see the 5th wave up. That would sort of, but that would fit in quite well actually with what we may be seeing at this point. Finally, the Dow. I mean, we can count 5 waves. 1, 2, 3. Very messy 4, 5. Very subnormal 2. Very small ABC up here. It looks like this. What we're seeing so far is a correction. Let's go down to a shorter term chart. So it looks like the ABC we're seeing is just correcting this thing here, and low was around 50%. Let me just expand this a bit more. Actually, go onto a 5-minute chart, I think. Okay, so condense that. Okay, so impulsive move to there. A, B, C, down to around the 54% level, but within the normal bands. That looks impulsive, and the correction. So maybe one more leg down to be an ABC, and up we go, I think. So it's looking positive. The longer term count's a bit obscure at the moment, and this could be more important than I'm thinking. This could be some kind of impulsive move, perhaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. See how this develops. So I think basically what we're saying is similar over these markets, that we can expect some upside. The Dow looks more positive shorter term than the other markets, i.e. FTSE and the DAX. But I think next year it looks like it's going to be quite negative once this is all out of the way. I think we'll have a Christmas rally, but it may just be a week or so before Christmas, and the situation might be quite negative up to that point. So still pretty mixed really, and not terribly clear. At least the cryptos are pretty clear, and gold and silver are very clear. Doesn't mean they're right, of course, but the counts make sense, and the fundamentals back it up, despite the rather strange world we now live in. Anyway, I think that'll do for today. I found it interesting, useful. Back to the report for subscribers on Tuesday. A lot of opportunity right now, especially in crypto. Anyway, have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.